Everyone. Yes, thank you for your help, Hannah. Thanks.
Speak soon. Bye.
Goodbye. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to Talking Cafe Live. We've had a few technical issues, so I hope you can hear me and see me clearly. Please let me know, send me comments. It's lovely to see you. So my name's Linda. I'm a community agent. And I work for Community Council for Somerset, which is also and better known as CCS. It's less of a mouthful. I'm just going to do a little blurb on explaining who we are. Hi, Christy. Who we are, what we do, and then we'll go through a few case studies. We'll talk about mental health awareness, which is this week. Good morning, everybody. So CCS is a leading local charity working in the heart of Somerset's communities, motivating and supporting people to take action, giving them the information, support and skills and resources to make change happen and shape their future with the confidence to know that they are not on their own, with all of our CCS teams by their sides. CCS have over 90 years experience working in the heart of Somerset communities. I haven't worked for them that whole time, I would like to say. And with our CCS agents, we support people to be healthy and well, to manage their affairs, to stay independent and safe, and to be part of a strong and thriving community. Good morning, Tracy. Thank you for that. Hi, Tamina. I know Tracy did it yesterday and she had a few technical issues as well. So with each virtual talking cafe, we will iron out the issues. I don't think my internet's great, so the pitch quality might not be great, but hopefully you can hear me well. So at the moment, we are doing a virtual talking cafe live because we cannot run them due to COVID-19. So we have done loads of work during this, and so far during this pandemic we have supported over 42,000 people in Somerset and almost 4,000 just in the Taunton Dean area. So you can have a look at some of the work we have done during the COVID-19 lockdown. We've got a video and I think it will be posted in the comments section in just a moment. So there's lots of us agents in Taunton Dean and around the whole of Somerset, but I am based in Taunton Dean, so I'm just going to briefly explain our roles. So myself and Carrie are also community agents, CCS community agents, and we take our referrals direct from adult social care, and we offer support with funding for certain items, benefit support, accessing social activities, finding a micro providers, and other more complex needs. We also have a CCS carers agent called Elaine, and she offers support and guidance to all you carers out there, and she can provide information on activities and support groups, and again micro providers for carers that need that extra help. Then we move on. We have 7 CCS primary care network village agents who are all linked to various GP surgeries across our area. And they take their referrals from either directly from the surgeries through the doctors, or people can be referred by a family member or a neighbour, and they can even refer themselves to the village agents. And then finally, we have 3 Home First agents. Then they're based at Musgrove, and they support patients to make changes to their homes and home life and care packages in order that they can be discharged safely from hospital and be safe in their homes, and very often alone. So they also will put in other problem-solving issues so that they can remain social and do some activities as well. You can check to find who your local agent is in your area by going on to www.ccslovesomerset.org and then find a village agent, which I think the link should also be on the messages coming through shortly. So Oh, and also I must mention our Good Neighbourhood scheme, which the village agents are promoting in areas and communities around here. And now would be a good time for different communities or villages to start a Good Neighbour scheme, as you've got the volunteer network in place. And we would help you set it up and provide publicity for you and help with any problems you have. So if you're interested in starting up a Good Neighbour scheme, then please contact us on our email or website, and I'll send you the links later. So moving on, let's talk about talking cafes. I'm just going to move my comments down because I can't. It's not keeping up with them all. Oh, hi, Linda. So that's the Devon and Somerset Fire and Rescue Service community, and they do a lot of home fire safety checks for us. Brilliant. And hi to Fiona in Wellington. Good to see you from Wellington. That's part of our Taunton Dean area. Adrian's here from the Home Fire Safety in West Somerset. And then who else? Right, so there's the link. We've got the link for the CCS Somerset and Village Agent video that we did. Morning. Hi, Nick. Hi, Adrian. And there's how to find your village agent link and the CCS Love Somerset link as well. So that's brilliant. So talking cafes. Talking cafes are a drop-in for anyone over 18 to attend. They're friendly and informal. And a place for direct advice and resolutions. Here you'll meet your local agents, and they will generally be the Primary Care Network village agents running them. But you can discuss anything from health concerns, from mental health issues as well as the physical. You can discuss housing, financial difficulties, employment and support. And there's carers help there as well. Or simply to look after someone regularly and need advice, you can get it from there. The agents will triage people to the right places for support, which relieves pressure on the GP services and our crisis fund. And agents can help many more people in a drop-in environment like a talking cafe than they could if they had to go and visit everybody in their own homes. So it means we can help more people. To date, we've got 21 talking cafes, different venues organised by CCS in Somerset, and we have had over 4,331 people precisely that have attended them so far. We've also run special events like the Talking Cafe Christmas Express, which was in West Somerset on the steam train, which was a great success, and the summer picnic. So to find your local talking cafe, go to www.somersetagents.org, talking cafes. So, talking cafes run over all of Somerset, but during this pandemic, we've had to go live because obviously we have to do social distancing. So we are going to be going live at 11 o'clock from Monday to Friday with the relevant village agent from their area. So yesterday it was Tracy Bland from West Somerset. Today it's myself covering Taunton Dean. Tomorrow it's the Mendip team and it will be hosted by Kizzy Marshall. On Thursday, Sedgemoor will be running the Talking Cafe, and that would be with Lauren, the team lead. And on Friday, the team running the Talking Cafe will be South Somerset, and I'm not quite sure who's running that one. We have a few little things to talk about for the Talking Cafe Live. So we want you to ask questions in the comment section during the live stream. Any questions not answered, we will follow them up afterwards, and your local agent will contact you with that. Please don't put on any personal details, not any phone numbers or email addresses. If you want to ask us something privately, you can put it in the message area, not in the public posts. Or you could click on the link in the comments to our COVID support form, and an agent will be in touch with you. So there are various methods of doing that, and the link should be coming up in the comments any moment as we speak, I am sure. So this week, I don't know if you're aware, it's Mental Health Awareness Week. This year's theme is kindness, which celebrates all the amazing demonstrations of kindness we have seen in all of our communities during this pandemic. We've had some amazing volunteer groups popping up all over Taunton Deane, and I'm sure it's the same all over all areas in Somerset. And without them, I don't know how we'd manage. They have been quite incredible, helping out with shopping for people who are self-isolating and prescriptions. So a big thank you to all those coronavirus support groups out there in Taunton Deane. The COVID crisis has had a huge effect on everyone's mental health. It could be because you're stuck at home and you've got the children and you've got to deal with looking after them with their schooling and also working from home all at the same time, which can be very difficult. I'm lucky enough not to have any young children, so I'm not really interrupted until my grandson comes around. Not being able to see loved ones, that is very hard. And also a lot of people are having financial struggles, which can make you affect your mental health, make you very down, and a lot of worrying. So some good ideas. It's best to keep busy in these times. So some good ideas for keeping busy would be exercise. It sounds simple, but it really does help. So you could do some daily exercise. You could just go for a walk with your dog. You could do Joe Wicks. He seems to be very popular, seems a lovely man. I don't personally do it. I take my exercise through walking. You could do yoga. I have tried it 3 times in the whole lockdown, so it's not too bad. Or there's things like the Sofa to 5K challenge, which younger people might enjoy, perhaps not so much me. There's Zoom, Skype meetings, which you can set up for your family, so catch up with everyone, your friends. You can have virtual dinner parties, virtual drinks with friends. You just got to be creative and make the effort. And once you've done it, you'll feel so much better. And good old-fashioned phone calls as well. Let's bring back the phone lines and ring people up that maybe you haven't spoken to for a while and have catch up because there's nothing else to do, so let's do it. There's many support groups in Taunton Deane that offer friendly phone call services. We'll ring once a week, sometimes more, depending on their capacity and, your needs. The people who are offering this to elderly people, and they're the people that are really suffering from isolation. Age UK, the Alzheimer's Society, helping people struggling with caring for someone with dementia. Re-engage, Silver Line, and also NHS volunteers. They're all running a phone-in service, to name a few. So if you need the links for those, please ask us. We can provide all of that for you. Right, I'm just reading a few of these comments. Yeah, what a difference these volunteer groups make. They do, don't they, Carolyn? A bit of yoga, Lucy. I can imagine you're very good at it. I'm not. I can't even touch my toes. So there you go. So some other great ideas that I found are on Facebook, which presumably everyone's got because you're on it now. Just move that a little bit. So there's the virtual village hall. If you type it in the search bar, virtual village hall, they have loads of activities and live activities. They have ballet, they have Zumba, there's cooking lessons, there's photography groups, there's music, there's all sorts. So that's a great one. And also Somerset Libraries UK. So if you put in the search bar, Somerset Libraries UK, there's children and adult storytelling, there's cooking clubs, there's gardening activities, there's lots of things for you to do and join in with. So that's another really good one to do. Somerset County Council have got Healthy Somerset page, and hopefully we'll get the link up there for you as well. Oh, hi, Wendy. Oh, Wendy's doing Fridays, South Somerset Live Cafe. So that's great. In Wellington, Fiona, they've got the Wellington Angels, which have been doing a great job and are very, very useful for us. Okay, so Somerset County Council, SCC, Healthy Somerset page. There's lots of great advice and fantastic links to national and local resources available. And they cover a wide range of issues, from help for people experiencing domestic abuse, which, as we know, is exacerbated by this lockdown, and help with bereavement services. So you can go onto their link, which is www.healthysomerset.co.uk/Every Mind Matters. But hopefully you will get that link in just a moment. The link for the virtual village hall is now on there as well, and which is great. So let's move on. Okay, so just coming, this won't be happening in the Mental Health Awareness Week, but you could plan it for it. But on Monday, May the 25th, which is a bank holiday, there is the Great British Camp Out. I don't know if you've heard about it. So you can camp in your garden in a tent. You could camp in your lounge in a den. You could camp in your caravan if it's sat in your drive, not getting used. So it's like CLAP for NHS, but it's Camp for NHS. And if you feel like making a donation, you can donate to justgiving.com. And that could be fun. You could plan your camp out in your garden. So you could arrange that with your children. So some other useful links that you may find things to do. So in Somerset, for children and young people, there is www.cypsomersethealth.org, and you go onto the bulletins, and it's got information and tips for activities for children and young people. So if you're struggling for more ideas, then have a look on that. There's also help with dementia. So there's practical advice for living with dementia during social distances, which is obviously a very big problem. And that is, you go on to www.distancingwithdementia.org.uk. But if you do want me to repeat any of these links, please comment and we'll get them sent out to you. So just reading a few comments here. So Hazel has been painting with watercolours to try to relax and try something new. Wow, well done. Yeah, let's get Caroline, get the marshmallows in, ready for the camping. Providing you live in a safe area for your campfire. I think it would be great fun to do that. So what else have we got? We have got some links for domestic abuse support in Somerset, which sadly is relevant at the moment. And they offer refuge, safe houses, outreach and helpline support. So there's a range of local and national agencies that can be found if you go online to www.somersetsurvivors.org.uk. And they would be able to give you some advice. The Police Lighthouse Victim Care website also has a list of local services, and I'll give you that. It's www.lighthousevictimcare.org/support services, and hopefully the link will also be coming up for that very shortly. Thank you, Lucy. She has posted the dementiauk.org link, which is great, and also Distances with Dementia. Okay, moving on. Let's see. There's the Centre for Sustainable Energy. They are offering some fuel top-ups for your gas and electric if you have a prepayment meter, which I know a lot of people have been using more electricity. They've got children at home, they're running more laptops and iPads, and the ovens on more because they might be baking more. So there is help with that. So if you do need help with your prepayment meter, a little top-up payment for you, you can call 0800 0822 234, or you can call Lucy on 074 985 75847, And we will send you out these numbers again in the comments. So that's the Centre for Sustainable Energy. Okay, also, what else we got? Oh, yeah, we've got some free adult education if you want to better yourself, educate yourself while you're stuck at home. You might be furloughed, and it's a perfect time to improve your employment prospects for the future and to increase your brain capacity. So you could go on for these free adult education and training courses, and they are free. You go to www.learnyay, so it's learnyay.co.uk. So that would be very useful. I might have a look myself, see what courses are on offer. So if anyone's got any questions, now's a really great time to come up with them. It's great to see everybody joining in. The Talking Cafe have posted the number for the Centre for Sustainable Energy. That's great. Thank you, Hannah. So I've got, as it's Mental Health Awareness Week, I've got a mental health case study here that we can talk about. So it's for a person who had mental health problems, and they're finding lockdown and social distancing is very hard to understand. I mean, it's bad enough for all of us, let alone if you are trying to cope with this as well as having mental health problems. They had no heating, no food, no money. So somebody obviously raised the alarm and we got involved. This person was feeling very confused, didn't understand the social distancing and was feeling very lonely. So one of our agents managed to get a crisis grant for this person. With that, they bought a radiator because it wasn't quite so warm at the beginning of lockdown. So they got them a radiator. They arranged food boxes from the food bank and other places so that they didn't go hungry. And they arranged for a local volunteer group to support this person with regular phone calls, as we've talked about, make such a difference, and with some shopping for them. And a referral was made to the Adult Social Care Mental Health team, who've now allocated a worker to support them, which is all good. So long term, the agent will also support them back into volunteering, so getting them out into the community. And this is what we like to see. We like long-term solutions, not just short-term fixes, but we look at the long term to help people help themselves. So that is a great, great example of a brilliant piece of work by one of our agents. I think that's all. We've got a message from Chrissy, one of our PCN village agents, and she's saying there's some free sign language courses on YouTube, which would be a great skill to learn, where some groups are offering discounts, and it's great to learn at home while you've got the time. I once did a sign language course, but I only know the very, very basics, so we won't even start there. Any other questions? I've got some more case studies if you would like to hear them. We've got some great ones here. So I've got a case study where one of our PCN village agents supported a young family. They needed nappies and baby milk and a temporary food supply, a temporary food box, so they could continue to isolate. Now, it's very difficult to isolate when you've got a young family you need to shop for, and trying to keep them occupied and indoors is very hard as well. So, and a lot of people facing financial hardships because of being furloughed, losing their jobs, and the benefits system, although it's there, it's taken a long time to kick in, so some people really feeling the pinch there. So we managed to fund for some nappies and baby milk and food through a grant, and we found a longer term solution for them, linking them up with their local church for support and for shopping support as well. So that was great. So Lucy from the Centre of Sustainable Energy has messaging. She said she can help you get your bills down by switching suppliers or helping you with energy saving measures as well. The top ups for prepayment meters are for emergencies for those who run out of credit and have not got and have not got the money available at the moment. But they do other things as well, switching supplies, finding the best tariff for you. So that's really good. Apparently, we have an amazing singer in our volunteer, Caroline Ellis. I wasn't aware of that, so we would like a little post. Maybe, Lucy, if you've got a post of Caroline singing, that would be great. That's brilliant. So again, there's the link to find your local village agent. Okay, so let's go back to more live case studies then, if there's no other questions. So we had a client, an elderly client who was fragile and losing weight, and they were going through chemo and radiotherapy. So it was very important for them to be self-isolating, self-distancing. One of our agents has been doing shopping for this person for over 5 weeks, because the volunteers obviously didn't want to get too involved because they were worried about bringing COVID or any other illnesses into this person's life. So one of our agents is doing it, and they've got the PPE equipment to do this, although they're not going into their home, but they're doing the shopping for them. He's got no internet, and he's using a CCS grant to get the shopping. She's now supporting him to be independent, which is what we do aim to do, teach people to take control of their own lives. And she's showing him how to use a mobile and how to do his shopping through the mobile to Morrison's, who have done a great scheme where you can ring up, you just actually call them, it's not online shopping, you ring up and you place your order of shopping. It's quite a basic list that you can use, but if there's something specific that you'd like, you can ask them for that as well. So hopefully someone will put up the phone number for the Morrison's shopping line. So that's great. And so, yeah, this client was able, or is able, very soon to be independent and do their own shopping, which is what we like to see. So have we got any other links? I wonder if Lucy would be able to put the link up for the Morrison's shopping list. I know she's used it very successfully. So moving on, another patient. Case study about a patient who's been discharged home, but their spouse was still in hospital, seriously ill, and this person was elderly and had never really lived alone, didn't have any skills in running a house, paying bills, or anything like that. I can see Lucy has put up the link for Morrison's, so that's great. We have two. We've got Morrison's doorstep delivery number, and it's both the same number. So thanks for that, ladies. Thank you. So this person came out of hospital on their own, hadn't lived on their own for years and years, were partially sighted, could not look after themselves, couldn't make a meal or anything. So this came in on a Friday. Most of the urgent ones tend to be on a Friday, which is quite typical. However, the agent working with them managed to immediately get a short-term solution in place, and by getting in a group of micro-providers, various micro-providers who could go in immediately and start helping him until a longer-term solution could be put in place. So he was safe all over the weekend and didn't have to be readmitted to hospital because there was no way for him to live at home safely. So another great case study there. What fabulous work we are all doing. Fiona Gaffer from Wellington said she was looking, I've lost you now, Fiona. She was looking for some referrals for some free frozen cooked food. They are a micro provider and have a freezer full of home cooked meals which they can deliver free of charge. Right, okay. So they found a micro provider who has a freezer full of home cooked meals, which they can deliver free of charge. Or they're looking for them. I'm not sure. I think they might be looking for them actually. Okay, so we did do a big group drop of ready meals last week. We supplied 1,000 in the Taunton Dean area. I think there were some other areas as well, but we ourselves in Taunton Dean were very much involved, and I personally delivered 70 of those meals, They looked delicious. I had the cottage pies deliveries. Everyone was thrilled to get them, very excited. And it's just nice to be able to do this for people. It's not a long-term solution. It was a treat for these people to get some fresh, they were fresh chilled foods, which was delicious for them, not to keep having frozen meals and tinned. So that's good. So, okay. I think let's get some messages in. Getting all sorts of messages in. So yeah, Morrison's, they've been great. I also know Aldi are doing some food boxes. I think it's £25, and you have to order online on their link that they give you. And I don't think you get a choice of what's in the boxes, but I think the boxes have all your essential needs in them. So that's £25. So for anyone who's having trouble getting home deliveries, that is one way of getting some food into your home. And I think Asda have also started to do that, but I don't know the contact details. So if anyone knows the contact details for Asda, that would be great. If you could let us know, put it in the comments. Most of the supermarkets are really responding now, and sort of Tesco's and Asda and Sainsbury's are increasing their home deliveries. So I know a lot of people are having trouble getting these booking slots for delivery, but keep looking, keep trying. They are coming up. And if you've had one of the letters, NHS letters, then you should be on their vulnerable list, and you should get priority booking. But you will have to put in your NHS number, and it will have to match the list that they've got. But that's worth doing. But it's really working. Are the links up there for the Aldi food parcel? So take a look on that. Let people know. It's always great. Apparently Tesco's have cut their fresh produce waste by 20%, as they're donating all of the produce that's possible to use that's used by date. So hopefully they are donating it to the food bank, which have been amazing. They have made so many deliveries for clients of ours that we've asked them to. They never say no. They're always there, and they always willing to go the extra mile. You know, if it's a last minute one, they would try and add it onto their day. So a big thank you to the Trussell Food Bank covering Taunton and Wellington. Tesco's delivered, and okay, so when you ring up for the Morrison's, they do boxes which can be delivered, and you ring the number in on this on the comments, and you go to option 4. So that's good. So has anyone got any questions? It's lovely speaking to everybody. I don't see any questions coming up. Don't forget, if you've got a question or there's someone you are concerned about, you can go on to the private message, or you can go on to the COVID response form, where the link will, it is in the comments, but it's on our website, Somerset Agents and CCS Love Somerset. So that's good. Okay, I have another case study here. It's about a person in their 80s, living alone, doesn't want to ask for help because she feels there's others more worthy. There's people that need more help than herself. But then she receives a letter that's gone out. It's gone out to everybody on the vulnerable list that we don't have a that we aren't able to call. So they posted a letter to them all, and in it says, if you want any support, please call us. Well, she called in, thankfully, and the agent was able to get her support. She's been put in touch with a gas engineer and an electrician for her immediate job, and she's just been in touch with all of the local connections, volunteers and phone calls and things, and she's over the moon, which is lovely to hear. And she's over the moon with all the help and friendliness she has received, and she's very grateful. So well done, great. So I think, okay, what does this say? This is when you get a referral, have you already got client consent? How do you take a social worker when you get... Okay, I'm not... Is that a question for me or is that a question for Fiona? So when I get a referral, Chris, from adult social care, I've already got client consent from the social worker to work with them. The social worker will always get that consent first. So I hope that's answered your question, Chrissy. I know with a lot of the referrals coming in on the COVID response, we do have to get the client's permission to pass on their contact details to the volunteers if we need to contact a volunteer. So that we always make sure that we do have the client's permission. If we don't have their permission to store their contact details to pass on to various agencies, we can't help them. So it is important that they do give that permission. Okay, that's brilliant. So thank you all for that. I don't know if there's much else. Anything else in the comments? Okay. Many thanks to Tim Potter, the butcher in Wellington, who is working with local residents and the Wellington Volunteer Group to deliver free meat, fruit and veg boxes to residents who would benefit from these. So what a fabulous thing to do, Tim. Tim Potter, the butcher in Wellington, congratulations. That is fabulous. Well done. There's so many kind acts that are being done all over the whole of Somerset, and I'm sure over the whole of the country, but we're extremely proud of all of those in the Taunton Deane area, and a big thank you to them. But that is a wonderful thing to do, Tim. I wish I lived in Wellington. Okay. So there's the link for Asda boxes in there. So there's lots of information that you can pass on to people. I'll also put in all of the links to activities for people to keep them occupied during this week, Mental Health Awareness Week. I'd love to see some photos of your camping in the garden on Monday night. That'd be great to get some feedback from that, and all of your ideas to things to do around the campfire. Please be aware of fire risks. We don't want to get into trouble with the fire service. Okay, yeah, Carolyn's also thanking. We've got can I do a shout out and a thanks to all Taunton Deane coordinators and volunteers? Yeah, I did do that earlier, Lucy, but I totally agree. All of the coronavirus community support groups that have sprung up in every region around Taunton Deane, they are doing such a fabulous job. We are so grateful for their help. And couldn't do it without them. So thank you, big thank you to them and their coordinators. I can't remember all their names, so I won't start because I might offend someone by not remembering their name. But thank you, and you know who you are, so thank you very much. I know Ed Cullen is doing an awful lot. He's doing hot meals, Sunday roasts, and there is a small charge for these for most people, but he's also doing quite a lot of them free, which have been kindly donated, I think, through the Taunton Rotary Club, I think, have financed that, which you can find details of that on Facebook if you put in Ed Cullen. So that's brilliant. So I think that's pretty much all today, unless there's any last minute questions. I'm going to finish off soon, and the next Talking Cafe will be tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And as I say, who did I say it was? I believe it's Mendick, isn't it? Find my bit of paper with it on. Probably can't remember. Oh. Yes, it's Mendick, and it's Kizzy Marshall. And Kizzy has got some really great ideas for you, so that's great. Yeah, sorry about that. Devon and Somerset Fire Service have said, please avoid having fires in your garden as they are are attending a high number at the moment. So enjoy your camping safely, but perhaps let's not have any fires in the garden unless you've got a nice safe fire pit or something like that. So thank you all very much. I hope you have enjoyed watching me. And I hope it's been useful. Oh, thank you, Fiona. Thank you very much. She says it's been useful, so let's hope so. And you can still find all the comments. We'll still be here if you want to look back at a link. And so that will be it. So thank you very much. Oh, Marilyn Dodd wants to know who gets these. I think, are you talking about, Marilyn, are you talking about the butcher's boxes? I'm not sure. Perhaps you need to contact Tim, the butcher in Wellington, unless he is on here and he can answer himself or someone would know. So I think, Marilyn, your question's on there. So the agent in your area will be able to get back to you if we can't get an answer for you. So I'm going to sign off now. Lovely to speak to you all. Hope you found it interesting and informative, and I'll see you all soon. Stay safe.